360 seconds, 6 minutes, 1/10 of an hour, just 4/10 of 1% of our day. Can it make a difference? Can it be the difference leading toward a life of meaning, purpose, and impact? Don't real-life changes involve hours of preparation and ongoing work? Or could a 360-second window of time open us up to a whole new world of opportunity? Welcome to a special episode of the Catalyst 360 podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Brad Cooper, CEO of Catalyst Coaching 360. And if you're a regular listener, you know most of our episodes generally run about 40 to 60 minutes. The growth of the podcast tells us you like that approach, so we'll continue doing so, usually. But we also know sometimes you're not looking for a full-length episode. You just want a boost. Something short and sweet you can pop on as you step outside for some fresh air, make your morning coffee, or prepare your lunch for the next day. With that in mind, we're going to occasionally release something new here on the Catalyst 360 podcast, the 360 Boost. These special episodes will be no more than 360 seconds, that's 6 minutes or less, and they're intended to provide you with a boost in your day, a spark to jumpstart that next project, or a little encouragement to live life more fully. So let's jump in. Can 360 seconds really make a difference? To answer that, perhaps the best place to start is to examine this window within the context of the 4 Catalyst cornerstones: move, fuel, rest, and connect. So we'll start with move. When it comes to morning exercise at your gym or similar setting, the most difficult element is rarely the exercise itself. Instead, it's battling the force of gravity involved in getting from the bed to the car. One of the single most powerful secrets to overcoming that resistance is pack the night before. Now, that may simply be your gym bag, or if you're heading directly from there to work, it might include a change of clothes and your lunch for the day. Either way, a focused 360 seconds the evening prior provides the time necessary to set ourselves up for success that following morning. Okay, Brad, so I get the morning thing, but what about the rest of the day? Ah, yes. Plenty of evidence about the positive impact of brief, often less than 360-second exercise breaks on our health, our cognition, and so much more. You've likely heard ad nauseum the phrase, sitting is the new smoking in recent years. However, in spite of that, according to the Harvard Medical School, breaking up the daily sitting routine with movement, even just a few minutes at a time throughout the day, reduces all-cause mortality by 17% and heart disease by 26%. And based on a study by Dr. Barbara Fennessy, it also improves cognitive capacity and memory. Looking for ideas to get started? One-legged balance activities, full squats, and brisk walks, obviously based on your current physical capacity, are a great place to start for many of us. Next up, fuel, a cornerstone that benefits greatly from the 360 perspective. Grabbing a sugar-laden snack bar on your way out the door in the morning? A protein shake loaded with veggies takes far less than 360 seconds to prep. Seeking out fast food for lunch? The 360-second evening meal gym prep we discussed earlier involves less time, usually less money, and clearly less damage to our well-being than the burgers and fries midday dash. Working from home? Prepping a big lunchtime salad with a protein source also comes in under 360 seconds while supporting our gut microbiome and setting us up for a strong finish to the day. So that brings us to rest. Stanford's Dr. Andrew Huberman is a big proponent of tapping into time in direct morning sunlight. This is not only to provide an additional boost in dopamine, but also to enhance the quality of our sleep. His recommended amount of time for doing so? 2 to 10 minutes each morning, which puts our 360 seconds right in the sweet spot of that recommendation. Additional 360-second rest-enhancing opportunities include an evening gratitude journal, daily meditation or prayer, and perhaps a few minutes of reading before turning out the lights, all of which have been shown to enhance sleep. Finally, the last of our 4 Catalyst cornerstones, connect. We hear a lot about the lack of personal connection in our social media and texting-centric world. In the midst of this, picking up the phone to actually make a call to someone and connect voice to voice has become more valuable than it's been in decades. But it takes too long, right? Well, the data says no. Based on a benchmark portal report, the average business-related call comes in at, drumroll please, 358 seconds. And a study on personal calls found calls between friends average about half of that. So if you're looking to boost that connection cornerstone, you might just be holding the key to getting started in your hand right now. I just checked the clock and we're approaching the 360-second buzzer. So now it's your turn to go be a catalyst. Thanks for joining us here on the Catalyst 360 podcast. Please contact us anytime with questions about pursuing your coach certification or integrating best-in-class coaching into your organization, EAP, or wellness service. Email results@catalystcoaching and then the number 360.com. That's results@catalystcoaching360.com. By the way, if you enjoyed this 360 boost, please share it with others. We're going to be watching to see if you want us to continue doing these based on the number of listens this episode receives. Make it a great rest of your week, and thanks for being part of the Catalyst community.